I would imagine tonight's game, from your point of view, comes down to two things. Their starter was terrific, and Austin Gomber for you just was not the Austin Gomber we've seen the last probably 3-4 outings.
Yeah, it was a tale of two nights for two different starting pitchers. Their guy was good. I mean, he had a good sinker. He had good velocity on his four-seamer, good slider, good changeup. He had a good mix. We just couldn't solve him. He was efficient. There were some quick outs. I thought we hit the ball hard a few times, nothing to show for it. It was his night. They jumped on Austin. He made some mistakes out over the plate. We're gonna look at some video to see if maybe they had something on him. I don't know. There were some at bats that I thought were especially on the curveball. But needless to say, I think they had a good approach tonight against him.
When you say look at something, like maybe he had a tell or something.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, again, I think that there were some pitches in the middle of the plate that they squared up, but we're going to look at some video to see if if there was something more to it.
One more for me. Through the years, there's always been a talk about a Coors Field hangover. The fact that you can put up numbers as you did yesterday and just kill the ball, and you come to the West Coast, particularly a place like San Francisco, and you guys just struggle offensively. Do you buy into that theory at all?
Well, no.
Okay. Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome.
Thomas, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, buddy. Obviously, in the eighth inning, you go to Fuentes. You never really want to go to a position player, but is that something you've determined in spring training or whatever? Say, hey, if we're in a bad spot, you're going to pitch, or is it something that happens in real time?
You're right. I never like to do that. I dislike that a lot. I never want to do that. But tonight's game, I thought, warranted that. We looked at, a couple guys who were on our bench, Sam, Josh, we went with Josh.
Yeah, you also got a little bit of work in for Chassin, who pitched pretty well, and also Kinley got some work. I mean, games like that, you try to make the most of them. Is that the kind of idea, just get through it with those guys and hope that they, just get on a little bit of a roll?
Well, you'd like to think that, Shashin, that's, for now, that's his role, that type of game to work some innings for us in this type of game, whether we're up a few runs or down, to save our bullpen. He's a veteran pitcher with a great team spirit. He knows, what that role means and what that means for the rest of the guys in the bullpen, to be able to go 3+ innings and keep other guys out of the game. Kinley pitched on Saturday. Prior to that, it had been a little bit of a layoff for him, so it was good to get him in the game and for him to try to work on some things to get the ball in the strike zone. His stuff was great today. He had a number of punch outs with velocity and a hard-breaking slider. But you never like to have those games, right? We had one yesterday against the Phillies. The tables turned today against the Giants.
And finally, the Rockies actually had never started 0-7 on the road. Is this just one of those days that you just hope the guys just shower it off and forget about it?
That's exactly right. The guys, they'll come tomorrow ready to play. We need Chichi to throw a good game. We need to get some hits against Sanchez. Guys have played a lot of baseball. There's been games like this that both sides have played. It's a new day tomorrow. We'll come out ready to play.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay.
I'll go to Ed Henderson for the last question. Ed, go ahead.
Hey, buddy. Obviously, a lot is said about pitching at sea level versus pitching at altitude. Do you think Austin, because he's new to a Rockies environment, maybe struggled with that a little bit tonight, especially with commanding the curve?
No.
Thanks, buddy.